In this video we will cover priming the garden pump.
Okay, so in this setup here I've got the inlet of the pipe, inlet of the pump here connected to a flexible pipe which goes down a 3.5 metre embankment down into the water. On the outlet we've used our special fitting provided with the O-ring which goes up. I've changed it from 3/4 BSP to a 1-inch BSP with this adapter out through to my tap here. Now we're going to prime the pump, and the idea is that we fill the pump housing completely with water. Now to do that we need to do two things. First of all, open up the tap so the tap is turned on. As we're going to pour water into the pump, and the idea is that as the water goes in, it allows the air to come out. So if you're priming your pump and you have not got the outlet of the pump unplumbed, then you must go to the end of your setting, whatever you've plumbed it to, and ensure that the tap is turned on so the air can come out. Then what we do is we remove this cap here, like so, and we remove the filter, and connected to the filter is the one-way valve. It's important that this one-way valve comes out with the filter. If it doesn't, you need to remove this green cap underneath here and push out the one-way valve up through the bottom and push it outwards to the top, and then reconnect it to the filter. You'll see it just clips into place, but when you're taking it out, all you need to do is just to lift it straight out like so. Now what we do is we get some water. Now this will take, on a new pump that has never been used, this will take at least 1 litre to 1.5 litres. It could even be slightly more. And all we do is just slowly add the water like so. Just do it slowly. And what that's doing is it's running down into the pump and slowly filling up this pump housing. Now the idea is you just keep filling until the water starts running out down this line here. Once it does that, you just stop. So you will just keep on going. When you've got it full, just let it sit there for a minute and you will see the water now just starting to run down through the inlet pipe, like so. So we've used 1.5 litres in this container and probably about another 0.2 of water in this container here. So for the first time, if you're doing it and you only use 1/2 litre, then this is not full of water. So now what we do is we pop the filter back in like so, and then push it down, and you'll hear it go click like so. We put the cap on and we tighten firmly. Now this filter here is just about to the top of the cover. Right? So if you're putting it down and you've still got to thread it in and you're touching the filter is not in properly, and you need to remove it and make sure that the filter is pushed in correctly. Like so. We supply you with a little spanner which just drops on the top like so, and just nip it up firmly. Don't need to over tighten it, we're just compressing the O-ring. So now what we do is we turn the pump on, the power onto the pump. Remember, as it says in the manual, whenever you're going to connect this up to the power, make sure you're using an approved RCD. So we've turned it on and the pump is saying here, power on. Now if I hit the button once, it will go into what we call automatic mode, and that will run the pump continually until we turn the tap off. But it will take a time to prime. It could take up to a minute. You'll know when it's primed because the water will come jetting out. So I'm going to turn it on now and we'll see how we go for the prime. Okay, it's now trying to draw water up. That initial blast of water coming out was partly what was in the what we just primed it with. We just sit and wait. As I said, it could take a minute or so, or up to a minute. So don't give up at this stage. There she goes, and there she blows. You can now turn this off, and you can see I didn't do up my fittings properly and we're leaking everywhere. But that's how you prime the pump. Now she's just turned off. Now she's turned on again. This is the automatic section of the pump where it's now building up pressure. There's still a bit of flow. If I had my fittings up nice and tight, then she would have turned off. It's turned off. Now as soon as I turn it back on, there she goes. Okay, that's the automatic mode. Anyhow, this was to show you how to prime it. Do not give up on it. It can take up to a minute for that to prime all the way through.